Hatsune Miku Project DIVA MEGA39, or MEGAMIX as it's known in the West, is Sega's newest entry in the storied Project DIVA franchise, starring the famous Vocaloid Miku and her friends. The collaboration between Krypton Future Media and Sega AM Research and Development No. 2 Studio goes back over a decade of putting out chart-topping rhythm games featuring the famous idol. MEGAMIX is something of a Frankenstein's monster of a game in the best way possible, providing players over 100 songs of the Vocaloid's storied and rich music history, with songs created by professionals and amateurs alike that will feature in entries past, with 10 brand new songs not available anywhere else. For those coming new to the franchise due to the Switch release, this rhythm game is all about your timing. A PV video will play in the background while notes begin to fly on location on screen. You're scored accordingly based on the timing of your button presses and how long you go without missing a note or making a mistake. To accommodate newcomers, the game offers 5 different types of difficulties to ease you in, while demanding grueling, almost godlike reflexes for higher difficulties for veterans. New to the franchise and a Switch exclusive feature is the Mix mode, where you can choose to play with motion controls for a much more of a casual party setting. As a longtime fan of the series, I can easily compare this new mode to the tap feature that was available in the Mirai games for the 3DS. Ideally, it should feel balanced while still being fun and challenging at the same time, but in my personal opinion, it comes off feeling a bit tacked on and unresponsive. That's not to say fun can't be had while using it. In a casual party setting, I can definitely see this mode being a hit and a good source of a few laughs. But for those, let's say, more hardcore players, it's a nice gimmick that you'll try out once and never try again. A nice set of features for when playing with traditional controls are the options to swap the button configurations from the Switch layout to both PlayStation buttons like square, triangle, circle, and cross, as well as the classic DDR arrows like up, down, left, and right. A high-speed, sudden, and hidden modifiers are also available to test out your skills even more so when selecting any of the songs. The options to design or wear a t-shirt has also been added for the Switch, where you can draw in the front and back to deck out any of your Vocaloids in your gear. My only real issue is that there's no way to share your design online, so for those who aren't interested in designing their own shirts, this feature will go largely unused. Now that I've covered some of the basic gameplay, it's time to tackle the monster in the closet, and that's the fact that MEGAMIX is something of a little brother to the series' previous release, Hatsune Miku Project DIVA Future Tone DX on the PlayStation 4. That release, with its almost 240 songs and 400 modules, dwarfs MEGAMIX's 105 songs and 350 or so modules at the time of launch, while it's still being a fully priced game. A seasonal pass that adds another 36 songs for an extra $40 has also been confirmed. So when you start to compare value, Switch fans are certainly paying a premium and then some. The decision to leave out over 100 songs, which are the meat and bones of any rhythm game, is certainly one to ponder, and it doesn't help to announce a season pass the day of launch. With that said, I can still easily recommend this game to any newcomer of the series, as long as they haven't purchased any of the PlayStation 4 games. The reason for that is that despite its shortcomings, MEGAMIX is still a fully featured game, including the practice mode that became so popular in previous entries, the input lag adjustment for those who play on monitor versus TVs, and of course, the online leaderboards. Most modules are also making a return for Future Tone, with some notable ones missing for Rin, Miku, and Miku. Everyone else fares off fairly well, with the most popular outfits remaining untouched. The extra modules plus accessories are also making a return, and another neat and popular feature from before is the option to select a module, then mix and match the hair to your choosing of any song. The UI has completely been reworked for this new entry, and it runs at a locked 60 frames per second at all times. Notes never hitch or skip, and everything feels fluid. The PVs also run at full speed and in dock mode, but interestingly enough, some of them run at 30 in handheld mode. It doesn't actually affect the lock 60 gameplay, but it does stick out a bit at times. What does stick out most of the time are the character models. They have this subtle blurriness to them that if you stare at them for too long, it's kind of hard to ignore. You can see this in both docked and in handheld mode, and I don't quite know if it's that they're just running on a lower resolution than the rest of the PV or the UI or what. But to be fair, if you are playing the game, you're too busy paying attention to the notes to actually care about the models, but it's definitely worth mentioning. Handheld mode is a godsend with its literal zero input lag while playing with attached Joy-Cons. Whether you actually end up playing with Joy-Cons or a Pro Controller is a decision that most people will end up making due to how hectic button pressing can be. Hatsune Miku Project DIVA MEGAMIX is an amazing package for newcomers of the series or for players who haven't played an entry in the past few years. The colorful visuals and fluid gameplay feel amazing on the go and at home. But for those series veterans who picked up the PS4 entries, this is a much more tougher proposition to recommend. Rio Gaming gives MEGAMIX on Switch an 8.5 out of 10. If you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya!